Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. On this, you know how I call it, on this beautiful Tuesday, no matter what you're going through, been through, grown through, it is still a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, morning, day. So, Brandon is, well, let me back up. You guys are tuned into, because we may have some first timers, daily motivations for African American success. Typically, you would see my wonderful, fantastic son here with me, but I asked him to take off today. Right? I just suggested it. Brandon works, he grinds hard for, um, to meet the needs of his family, including, you know, them both wanting mom at home. And he has been grinding and he is tired. And I see it. His beautiful wife sees it. So I asked him to not join us today, to stay in and get some rest, because that is what's most important. You cannot do what you should do and what you ought to do if you are worn down. Being motivated is about knowing when to sit down. Being aware, conscious, is about knowing when you need to rest and be okay with that. So, that being said, I'm going to take this powerful mother and son duo. That's why we're powerful, because, he's like, "You sure, mom?" And I know he wants to um, be here for me, right? But I want him to be here for us. So, I required, how about, what would a job be like if they saw that you were, not that this is a job and he's working for me, but imagine what employees would feel like if an employer said, "Hey, take a day off, get some rest." I've heard stories where recently where a lady was sharing with me that she may not go back to her job because her mom passed away, and they wanted her to jump back into the light for a job, right? And she wasn't ready. She wasn't done processing it. And this is like a short time. And she had been there for a while. So imagine that. So that's where Brandon is. I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. Who do we have? Who do we have? We have our same two people saying good morning. Big Mike says, "Good morning, everyone. Under the weather at the moment, so I'm shutting down my body." Oh, what? I just saw it. See, y'all? I'm telling y'all, there's something in this air. So Brandon is going through the same thing, and it's affecting him like just he needs rest. So y'all keep him in your prayers. He needs to stop. He needs to slow down. So Big Mike, take care of yourself as well. That is so important. So good morning, Brenda Davis, to you. Brenda, you should have I didn't do it Tuesday, but I did drop your prize in there the day before yesterday, I think it was. So you should be getting that. Miss Brenda was the winner of one of the winners of the contest that we had on the 100th show celebration. So Mike says, "I'm getting some some rest today too. I had to see my doctor yesterday." Oh, okay. All right. So see, y'all, we have to slow down. Have to slow down. So let's walk right into it. Y'all just have me today. So, daily motivations. Why are we here? Maybe we have some people that are new to the barbecue. They've agreed to join us every day, not just here, but when we walk away. They're going to join us through their actions. So, daily motivations for African American success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead you to the achievement of your true goals. The achievement of your true goals. And 365 short but powerful motivations, one for each day of the year. Dennis Kimbro, author of Popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels cultivate a positive attitude, and become wise enough to know when to say yes, but also when to say no, and when to look inward for answers to life's challenges. Each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans, such as, but certainly not limited to, Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Gout, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year. And we need it, you guys. We need to be encouraged freshly every day of the year. But what it teaches you will last a lifetime. What it teaches you will last a lifetime. Black Enterprise says that each affirmation in this valuable and thought provoking book takes only a few minutes to read, but it is worthy of more time for contemplation. So I hope that you are contemplating what you are learning and putting it to action. So we're at day 125. Y'all, I think I got these days mixed up a little bit here. I got to go back, and if so, I'm going to change them. But I think I got them kind of twisted a time or two over the last few days. But we are at day 125, and the title for today is High Tech. High Tech. And I'm going to go ahead and put my quote out so that you guys will see that as well, because I'm doing it myself. All right. So let's go. I don't want that there like that. So let me do it here. How about I let it scroll? How about we do that today? All right. So you're going to have our topic for today, and then the quote, and then I'll bring in the affirmation. So high tech. And our quote, ours is a high-tech society. We must constantly be in the business of raising consciousness. And that's Willie E. Barrow. He's a pastor and of, I guess, Operation Push, maybe the name of the church. So ours is a high-tech society. We must constantly be in the business of raising consciousness. And the passage. An editorial in a regional newspaper reported a story about a man in California who built an ingenious machine in his garage. Using spare parts, he produced a machine that contained just about every high-tech device known to the computer world. On the builder's command, this huge contraption with its thousands of parts, gears, motors, and switches will begin its complex operations. From a control panel on the back of the machine, the operator watched with satisfaction as lights blinked and dials turned as an indication that all was going well. Technicians rated the contraption a marvel of technology. However, there was just one minor flaw. The machine was not designed to do anything. So there was one minor flaw. The machine was not designed to do anything. It was developed by an absent-minded gadgeteer who got carried away with the wonders of the machine age. We are like this marvelous contraption, not programmed to do anything. But as soon as we develop direction and a plan of action, we begin to realize our full potential. In this high-tech, high-conscious world, we direct through our thought. We direct through our thought process, the control panel of the greatest machine ever devised, our mind. So let me read that again. In this high-tech, high-conscious world, we direct through our thought process the control panel of the greatest machine ever devised, which is our mind. So our thought process through our mind, right, is one of the greatest machines. So let's break this down today, starting with high tech. High tech just simply means a world of technology that for me, my opinion, that we are dependent upon technology. And in some instances, I'll say that we are addicted to it to the point where it has taken away from our ability to rationalize, to think, to process our thoughts and feelings and emotions. It's so fast paced. So, our quote, ours is a high tech society. We must constantly be in the business of raising consciousness. In my opinion, and first let me tell you what consciousness is. I'm sure you guys know, but it's good to always hear. I looked it up for myself, although I know it's good to hear, right? So it's an organism's awareness of something, either internal or external to itself, the wakened state, right? Wakefulness. So aware, an organism's awareness of something, right? So to be conscious is to be aware, aware. So what is aware? Having the knowledge of perception of a situation or fact. And it gives an example. Most people are aware of the dangers of sunbathing, right? And another definition, concerned and well informed about a particular situation or development. We're going to use both of those today. Why? Having knowledge of or perception of a situation or fact. Most people are aware of the dangers of sunbathing, but many people do it anyway without any sunscreen. Get that. And it's not about laying out sunbathing. Hear that. Most people are aware of the dangers of sunbathing, but they do it anyway. And many of them do it without any sunscreen. I'm going to make that applicable to life. You guys know what's dangerous to you. You know who's dangerous for you, but you keep going back to the same man or woman, to the same job or no job, and you know how it makes you feel, but you don't process the feelings to get out of the feeling, right? So, consciousness, aware of something internally and externally, and we need to be both. We need to be aware of our internal state for sure, and that will guide us through our external world. We won't get caught up in this high-tech society because, in my opinion, the consciousness here, raising consciousness of self so that you're not caught up in the high-tech society. You're okay if you have to write your notes down and put that phone down so that your mind continues to process and work according to your true goals. Because if you get caught up in the high-tech society, let's take a microwave, for instance. They didn't stop there. Now we have the air fryer and all of that, right? Y'all know I get so much out of cooking. Maybe that's why I love to do it. While I'm stirring something, I'm talking, praying, I'm reflecting. How easy it is for me to just throw something in the microwave and walk away, go do something else, come back. Because sometimes if I do that, I forget it's in the microwave or in the air fryer. So this high-tech society has taken or is taken away from us. And it does so especially if you are not conscious of it and then aware, like having the knowledge to know what is that going to do for you in the long run? What does it bring you? And I'm not against technology. Certainly not. Certainly not. But there's a time and place for it. It's like the grandbabies. They don't get to do technology like that. They don't get to do TV all day, every day. I remember when I was working at a school in Valdosta, Georgia, and I first learned about the right to read program, and I thought, wow, that's cool. But it wasn't about writing, you know. It was about computer. So you're putting a computer in the face or in the eyes of 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds, before they even know how to say ba. Grandbaby in there, so funny. Y'all, when I don't understand what he's saying, he will sound the letters of the word out for me. Like he's teaching teaching me, y'all. Tupac, he's here with me. He's something different. Got to share the story now that I brought him up. we're at the grocery store yesterday, and he's, helping me through. We get to the checkout, and the guy, young guy, is checking. Well, he's bagging the items, and he started to put the items in the grocery basket. And for whatever reason, Tupac didn't like how he was doing it, and so he said, "Hey, don't put those in there like that. Do it like this." And I looked at him, and the lady who was checking us out, she just burst out and started laughing. And the guy said, "Okay, little homie, okay, I got you." I mean, he was just, "Hey, don't put those in there like that." And it was just, it was so funny. But we've told you, this young man, like, he is some kind of different. He is certainly conscious and aware, and he walks proudly in it. He walks proudly, stubborn, in a sense, but loving. So I see those things in him that we need to be conscious of and also aware, but also teach him how to manage them without losing his ability to speak up for himself. Because I was sharing it with the lady there was checking us out. I said, he's just that way. And I said, I don't want him to lose it, because in this world, you need that. You need to be able to speak up for yourself. Because how many of us would be standing there watching this person load the cart in a just a manner of sloppiness, sacks on top of sacks, right? But we won't say anything. But he did. "Hey," he said, like, "Hey." So wanted to bring that up. So raising consciousness to me is not for the high tech world. It's for the high tech you, the awareness in you, right? It says the machine was not designed to do anything. So it was just a marvel of technology that impressed people, but it couldn't do anything. That's what the world is coming to, and that's what it's doing to us. Why? Because we buy into it. Takes me back to the quote, evil prevails because good people say and do nothing. I'm not calling the high tech world evil. But the results of it, the consequences of it, we have young people who can't give you the correct change if you give them $1.03 to make so that you get the dime back. They will rather give you all of your money back than try to figure out how to give you the correct change. Seniors, I had it happen to me, and I was like, this is not about you, my change, because she just keep it all. No, this is not about this. You need to know this. We have young people that cannot write in cursive, right? That cannot tell time. So what happens? What happens if this thing reverses? What happens when you have to go and sign a document? When working in the apartment industry, the world, we had people who did not know how to fill out a money order, graduated from a college, bachelor's degrees and so forth. And you can't fill out a money order. It says pay to the, oh, duh, who are you paying? High tech society, high tech problem, issue, right? So the machine was not designed to do anything. It was developed by an absent minded gadgeteer who got carried away with the wonders of the machine age. What have you gotten carried away with? Have you become addicted to a high tech society? You're plugged in, the lights come on, but you're doing nothing. You are doing nothing. I was riding by 719. I was actually coming home to Bach and I from the grocery store yesterday, and I came a different way because I made an extra stop. And so I'm coming down this street that I come down every now and then, but this time I noticed there was new construction homes that I feel like they went up in about a week. I looked over and I thought, when did they do that? So these are $400,000 homes that they put up in about a week, give or take some. So how sturdy do you think those houses are? Going back to a time where Matter of fact, I had a conversation with a guy who has an older home, and he mentioned to me that, of course, I was talking to him about windows, and he said, yes, this back then in his house, they built the windows right on site. Much of the work that was done when building those homes was right on site, right? And the homes, you've heard me say, if you've listened to us quite a bit, that homes that were built way back when was built with integrity and with a mindset by people who said, my grandkids or my great grandkids are going to see this house and know that their granddaddy or their grandma did this, right? Whereas today, get it up, give me my money, and I'm leaving town because I know somebody's coming after me because this house ain't built on nothing. It's just a whole lot of something, right? So construction, I look back and see high tech for sure. Quality, not so much. Not so much. And then it says when you develop, but as soon as we develop direction and a plan of action, we begin to realize our full potential. Develop, people. Develop. Go in the dark room and develop your photos that you've taken of your life, the vision that you have in your mind of where you're going to go, where you're going. Not where you're coming from, not where you've been. Where are you going? Develop those visions. Develop that thought process. Develop the positive attitude that is needed for you to be successful. Because you can learn all the technology you want. You can buy the microwave. You can buy the air fryer. But I'm going to tell y'all, there's something great about warming that oven up and putting that food in there and slowly bringing it back to a place, its original state. Maybe after you've cooked it, you're warming it up. Pizza, for example. I just warmed pizza up and I tried it one day in the air fryer. It wasn't as good. And if y'all don't know this little secret about pizza, when you're warming pizza up, sprinkle you a little water over the pizza. Wrap it in foil and put it back. It comes out brand new. Brand new. Someone shared that with me. So develop, go into the dark room, go the extra mile when you need to. Make the right choices that you need to make to be successful at your true goals, not someone else's. Don't depend on the high tech, because what do we do when the phone crashes? Remember my grandma, if you've been rocking with us, my grandma who I said, hey, what's Aunt Vivian's number? Give me my notebook. As she flipped through to find the number. What if our phones go out? There's some people don't even know their own phone number. So they don't know yours. Right? High-tech society. Is it beneficial to us? Have we gotten carried away with this high-tech society? The affirmation, and let me get this out there. Y'all come on with the questions if you're still out there, Miss Brenda and Big Mike. Let me get the affirmation. You are designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. I'm going to say it again. You are designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness, right? So I'm going to give you a few ways to increase your consciousness, right? I'm going to give you a few of them, not many, because I'm not going to be here long. And let me pull those up. Okay. All right, there we go. So, be reliable, develop a strong work ethic, prioritize organization, remain punctual, right? Create realistic goals, build relationships. These things keep you going, right? Also, you guys, this one's not in there, or maybe it is because I'm not going to go all the way down. So you can Google how to increase my consciousness. This is what it means. More time for contemplation. Are you conscious? Are you aware of your consciousness? Are you awake? Because we talked about yesterday, you can't be serious. So you can be serious but sleep. And it talked about the scratching. Said keep on scratching. The secret of success is to start from scratch, but keep on scratching. You could be scratching while you sleep. You need to be awake. Because maybe if you're sleeping, maybe you're scratching the wrong area. Too long, too much. Are you awake? Do you know the dangers of sunbathing? But you do it anyway without any protection. Ooh, that was a lot right there. I felt something else when I said that. Right? Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to go there because I'll go a whole nother direction. So I'm going to close with, again, high tech. Ours is a high tech society. Your life does not have to be high tech. We're not of this world, right? We're in it. And I remember one that said we're spiritual beings in a spiritual world. And I liked the twist in that. I prefer that one. Because if you're spiritual, then create your own, your spirit, your internal spiritual person should create a spiritual outer world for you. Because all things are coming your way, remember? Remember that one? All things are coming your way and you're going the right direction. You're growing the right direction. So all things are coming your way. So look at yourself as you're a spiritual person in a spiritual world. Create it, visualize it. Otherwise, we're going to always be running up against those things that we are trying to get through, process, to grow out of. Those traumatic experiences, the marks of the traumatic experiences that have been left upon you, that you keep reliving, that keeps you caught up in the high-tech world or society, because in some instances, we're trying to avoid dealing with the things that create the feelings, the deeds, the actions that we do. Guard your heart from a high-tech society and high-tech people. So people so high that they don't know the simplicity. They don't know how to crack an egg and fry it. Right? Right. So that's all I have. You guys, if you have something to add to this, please feel free to do so. Thank you for rocking with us this morning, or rocking with me this morning. Go back and contemplate on this. Let it simmer. Let it simmer. All right. So let's go over what we did today. Day 125, high tech. Our quote for today, and let me get that back out. Ours is a high-tech society. We must constantly be in the business of raising consciousness. Be in the business of raising your consciousness for your very own self. Stay in the school of life for you. Don't get caught up in this world and the things of it. Learn how to be simple sometimes, right? Cook a meal. Don't microwave it. Cook a meal. You can go get anything, anywhere, almost at any time. We can do anything almost at any time. Yet, we're in the highest state of people having to, and I'm not downing medication. But society today, there are a lot of people having to take medicine when they get up in order to vibe, right? And do it sometimes again in the middle of the day, and then sometimes again at night. And I've seen children, when I worked in the school system, that were required to do the same thing. I saw vibrant, energetic children turn into the dead from taking medication, right? Children. So I think there's a lot of misdiagnosing going on, and It doesn't allow us to deal with the issues. It masks the issues. And sometimes that's what a high tech world will do. It'll get you caught up and you're going, doing nothing, going through the emotion. So our quote, ours is a high tech society. We must constantly be in the business of raising consciousness. Raise your consciousness. The machine was not designed to do anything. It was developed by an absent-minded gadgeteer who got carried away with the wonders of the machine age. Don't let that be your machine. As soon as you develop direction and a plan of action, you will begin to realize your full potential. And I changed that to fit my thoughts, right? And again, I'm going to read this 3 times. The affirmation, one for me, one for you, and one for the person you're going to share this with, or the one that's new to the barbecue. You are designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. Plant your seed today. Develop it through an action plan, through your faith, through vision, the correct amount of water, sunlight that it needs to grow for you, not for anyone else. And let me tell you, you can do that absent of a high-tech world, because we have a high-tech God that built nothing that will do nothing. The way he built you was designed for you to do everything that he purposefully birthed you for. So focus on the high-tech God who sits high and looks low, who will get you through anything that you've been through, that you think you're going to go through. Develop. Develop today. Develop. Go into the dark room. Go above and beyond. Get out of your own way and get this high-tech society out of your way. All right? So you are designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. Take that with you today. Write it down, make it plain, put it in your pocket, put it in your car, put it on your mirror. But whatever you do, develop, develop. So Miss Brenda says, some people have these high-tech phones and don't have a car or place of their own, but always want to have the latest when it comes to phones. Oh, Miss Brenda, don't you get me back started. Don't you? They have high-tech everything. High-tech everything. Y'all, I see the prices of the things. I went out because I need some shoes. But I refuse to pay the price that I see on these shoes. And then I'll see people pay more for shoes than and thank God I have the money to do it. But And Jimmy will say, Tammy, get the No, I don't even want you to get it with your money. If I wouldn't pay for it for myself with my money, why would I want you to? You know, like, no. I'll come back and catch them suckers on sale. Or I'll just go with what I have until I find it, I buy it out of season. So it's not just the phone, but you are so right. And we will stand in line for the phones and the shoes, and then asking somebody to borrow some money a week later. You know, foolishness. But why would people stop if you keep feeding their high-tech mentality? Priority's wrong. So right, you'll buy these phones, and then a week later, you're poor mouthing to somebody, or these high price sneakers. You got name brand everything on while you're asking me for money, and I'm with these buddies. I got on some buddies and some thrift store clothes. Come on now, make it make sense. But they don't need to make it make sense. We need to make it make sense. Because that's why they keep coming to us. Because we caught up. Don't know when to say yes and when to say no. We might need to say, you can't be serious. I guess that you can't be serious. Really? Really? Now, there's some people that work hard and they run into hard times and they need it. Different. Different. But if you balling and shot calling and then want to crawl and water call, to me, no, no. That Tammy is gone. That Tammy is gone. So thank you for bringing that up, Miss Brenda. I'm going to jump out of here, go check on my little man, our little man in there, and get this day started. Y'all be great. Please, please, please remember that affirmation for today. Write it down. You are designed for accomplishment. What is it that you are looking to accomplish? Write the vision, make it plain. Engineered for success, not by a machine, not by a gadgeteer, right? Engineered for success and endowed with the seeds, not just one, seeds of greatness. Imagine yourself sprinkling your seeds out and allowing God to minister to you about how to water them, right? Before there, where to spread them out to, where to sprinkle them. Front yard, backyard. A lot of sun, not much much sun. And then when they break through, what do you do with them? When your seasons start to open, what do you do with it? Because what tells much about us is how we endure our winning season. Do you still pray? Do you still seek God? Are you still humble? Do you see what God's doing through you and not to you or for you? Because trust me, the seasons come and they go. Some people wear a coat even in the summer. Because what? They get cold more. So, y'all be great. Love y'all. This has been a very peaceful. Y'all keep Brandon in your prayers. He's okay. He just needs to slow down and rest. So y'all pray that he is getting that and that he will do that today, right? That he will do that. Take care of himself. So y'all be great. Love y'all. Thank you for rocking with us today. Remember to keep inviting people to the barbecue. Share the video while you're out talking to someone. Invite them here. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and we will be back. I will be back tomorrow for sure, God willing. Same time, same place. We will see. I will see if I will let Brandon back in, depending on what he does with this day. If he gets some rest, I'm going to let him clock in. If he don't, he can come to work, but I ain't pulling him in. Right? So y'all be great. Love y'all. Peace.